Well, hello there. Let's see who's here. Why you over here trolling? Why you over here trolling? Why you trolling? Don't troll. Don't troll. Matter of fact, everyone say thank you to Donna because Donna asked when we were doing this again. So everyone tell Donna thank you. But don't be over here trolling, Donna. Don't be trolling. Okay, so welcome everyone. Let me turn my phone down. Turn my phone down. Let's see. Who's here? Hello, Flora, Donna, Isis, CN1, Kev, Joanna, Alikia. Not you felt abandoned. Don't be abandoned. Don't be feeling abandoned. Hey, Julie. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, yes, happy Tuesday, everyone. We are here. Let me put up a banner. Let me put up a banner. Um, Let me do this one. Okay. So we have the banner up. We have the banner up. Alicia. Is it Alicia or Alicia? You know what? Praise Sky Daddy. Okay. Just got home off until January 3rd. You know what? I felt that. Yeah, I forget it sometimes. I forget it sometimes. Um, I forget it. So, but I remembered it today. I remembered it today. So I'm here with y'all chilling. I'm about to fold this laundry because you know what happens when you do laundry? You do laundry, right? The laundry dries, and you put it in a lovely pile over there, right? And that's what I did. I put it in a lovely pile. So now while we're sitting here chatting today, I'm going to fold laundry. So because because I need to attack this laundry, fold this laundry, but it's clean, it's fresh. Yes, I like hearing that y'all are off. Yeah, and see, I normally do it, but what happened yesterday? I can't even remember what happened yesterday. Yesterday, I was just like, you know what? I'm not folding laundry today. I washed it. The machine washes quick, dries quick. I was just like, you know what? I'm not folding laundry today. It'll be there tomorrow, and ta-da, the laundry is still here. So yeah, I'm gonna fold this laundry while we chat. Hey, Smith and Wesson, what's up, girl? So yeah, let me start folding this laundry. But yeah, I didn't have a particular topic in mind today, but I will say that for those who are ready to do so, now is the perfect time, especially during this Mercury retrograde, that you should be, or you maybe want to think about how your year went, right? And think about things that you want to change and how you can formulate things better for the new calendar year, right? Because we all know Christmas, right? As Plies would say, Christmas. Christmas is Monday. And then, winter starts Thursday this week here in the Northern Hemisphere. And, it's time to just really, really reflect on the year, see how you've grown, see how you've moved forward. Have things been going good for you? What could you have done differently? And if you had a chance to do it again, what would you do differently? And as long as you're alive, right, come the new calendar year, you can do some things differently, right? You can do some things differently. So, wow. Hey, Empress Kia. Oh, well, I appreciate you, Donna. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Donna says, I got a planner to make some changes. I also got a journal. Yeah. And you all know the journal that I showed you all before. It's on Amazon. It's really good for planning things out. It's really good for manifesting. Um, it's a really great journal because it really pays attention to detail. And we all know that the details are important, right? So I really want you all to ask yourselves, what can you do differently? What did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? What did you learn about people around you? Do you have support? Do you not have support? Ways that we can change. Okay, Kevin says, I'm planning ahead for the year as well. Absolutely. This is the time, especially if you want to align your rituals with, the new year. So for those of you who are just like, ooh, I want to align my rituals for the new year, the first things that you should do is go to my other videos, right? The spiritual cleansing and the spiritual protection, right? Because especially when you're starting something new project, new move, new business venture, new job, whatever, you really should do a cleansing. You really, really should do a cleansing. Look at Kev. See? Hey, Sunray Physique. Kevin asks, oh, can we do personal readings, please? I was not prepared to do personal readings. I wasn't prepared to do them because I'm literally sitting here. Like, I have this laundry right here. I was not prepared to do personal readings. But I'll see. I'll think about it and see how I feel. Because, I have to recoup from such things, especially before we get into that TP, the TP spilling of the tea that we're going to do probably tomorrow. Because that's what's looking like what's winning as far as the poll goes. We're going to probably get into that TP mess tomorrow. Kev said, I had to ask. Donna says, yeah, I got to get stitches tomorrow. I got a laceration. Oh, no. Oh, no, honey. Y'all should know Kevin has been asking me, can we please do the TP, get the TPT? So, I put it up for a vote today. What we going to get into tomorrow. And it's probably going to be the TPT tomorrow. So just brace yourself for that. I don't know what's going to come from that, but we'll see. I hope, I really hope it's not true, but we'll like I said, we'll see what comes of that. Yeah, yes, yeah. I'm sure your questions are really, really good, Kevin, because between Kevin, Donna, and who else? I can't remember who else it was having some really good questions. But between Kevin and Donna, y'all come with the questions. They are like full on intellectual, but kind of messy at the same time. They're like soft intellectual drill questions. I'll just be like, ooh, like this is a lot. Okay, so yeah, I think I'm going to talk about today, like I said, making sure we're getting ready for the new year. So please ask about different things, different rituals and things like that, or workings that you can do for the new year. And please make sure that you go back and watch my videos about the spiritual cleansing. I'm doing the 4-part spiritual maintenance, in the form of spiritual baths, because people always ask me, what can they do? Well, the first thing you need to do before you do anything else, you need to spiritually cleanse. And now is that time of year to absolutely do so. Absolutely do so. Not Donna saying we got to know the deep stuff. We can't be playing. Listen. You can know the deep stuff, but if you're not prepared to deal with the deep stuff, what does it even matter? Okay, we have to be prepared. We have to be prepared. Yeah. So okay. So Donna asked a question. She had been waiting a while to ask this question. So she says, the question I had was, when a group of people is unalived off, such as many indigenous people, what happens to those souls? Will they go back to the source or they reincarnate? Now, I'm not exactly sure what, as far as their spiritual beliefs go, I can't speak for that. But the paradigm view that I have is that Um, you know, okay, so if you understand, and I'm trying not to go super deep, but there are, from what I have learned about such things, there's more than one part of the soul. So parts of the soul return back to the source, and part of the soul remains accessible as far as like the ancestral realm goes. But I was reading something from a medium that I trust, and she was saying that, you know, kind of like, and what Disney movie was it? Was it the Disney movie Coco? Remember, I think in that Disney movie where, when you stop, when you stop being able to remember and talk about that person that passed over, remember, like, they didn't have, like, the altars put up or whatever, and they weren't talking about that ancestor, they weren't doing anything for those ancestors, and when all the people who remember you are finally gone, that's when that part of your soul moves on. I can't remember which Disney movie it was, but it was really, really dope, and I was like, "Uh-huh, see, y'all some spiritual workers because 'cause y'all know what's up." But, yeah, so, that's why it's good to teach your children, you know, remember remember grandma, remember grandpa, remember, the family members, because when you talk about them, you know you keep a part of them alive. You talk about them, you remember them, you keep a part of them alive. But yeah, so that's how I know. But as far as their indigenous, I don't know about their indigenous practices, what their indigenous practices say. So I would say whatever their indigenous and spiritual practices are, that will trump what I have learned about the spiritual realm. So, but that was a good question. That was a good question. Hey, high vibe. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, like I said, in that movie Coco, when they didn't remember them, the ancestor wasn't able to come back when it was time for like Dia de los Muertos. Yeah, the when you remember them, you keep them alive. You remember them, you talk about them. Oh, remember that time when such and such, and ha ha ha. It's so fun. You keep them alive. You keep them alive. But yeah, so but again, like I said, I don't know the full on spiritual practices of indigenous people because there are indigenous people all around the world, Australia, things like that. So whatever their beliefs are, I'm sure trump spirituality from the angle that I have learned it from. Yeah, exactly. So I will never presume to know about the various spiritual practices of indigenous people. I will never. Mm-mm. I'm not even trying to get into it because it's theirs. Hey, Leap Bell Zoe. I mean, I would definitely, and I would definitely say to, if you know of people who are part of those cultures, to ask them, because like I said, I would never presume to know what's going on with those people spiritually. It's not my culture, right? And I'm not going to put something on them. So, uh, hey, Mel. Hey, Mel. Who was it? Is Isis here? Because Isis was asking for more food pictures. Is Isis here? No, she's not here. But yeah, so yeah, what kinds of things are you all planning to do to prepare for the new year? One thing I will say, oh yeah, and absolutely, it depends. Right, it depends on the tribe. All indigenous people aren't just one big indigenous. We're gonna respect their differences, right? So yeah, that's a good point too. Here come Donna with the questions. Mel says I'm always down for more food pictures. Yeah, I may have to share the picture. Mr. Hoodoo made some zuppa Italiano. So this Tuscan soup he made last night. So I may have to take a picture and show you all. It's like sausage and kale and like squash and potatoes, like with this cream base and like bacon and stuff in it. And he put some cheese tortellini in it. It's good. I had a little sample taste this morning. So it's good. It's good. It's really, really hearty. So it's good over there in the crock pot on the counter. Yeah. So I'll take a picture of it. I haven't had any yet myself. I had last night's we had bulgogi last night. The bulgogi was amazing. I enjoyed bulgogi. I ate the rest of the bulgogi a little while ago. My tummy is happy. My tummy is happy. Hey, Sunray. See, Ms. Cali Coco. Yeah, peace to you. Peace to you. Kevin says, yes, the more food, the better. Yes, yes, we are some foodies here. Foodies. Need some crusty bread with that. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's kale, squash, potatoes, cheese tortellini. It was like it started with like you cook like some bacon down, like chopped bacon, and then it's like Italian sausage, and then like all of that, and then like the cream, like the heavy cream, and you pour into it, and like the kale. Oh, it had onions too. So yeah, it's hearty. It's good. It's really good. It's really good. But I was on my caveman and I wanted more meat, so I ate the bulgogi. Yeah, yeah. No, we're some foodie. We are upset if we get food and it doesn't taste good and we ate it because it's a waste of calories. Don't you just hate when you eat something terrible? You've wasted the calories. You've wasted the calories. Right. That's like the worst. That's the worst. Like it's food crime. Hey, Scar Beauty. Everyone say hello to Scar Beauty. She is one of the new members. Hello, my darling. Thank you for joining to be a member. Yeah, so okay, so Donna asked this question here with as above, so below. So when our ancestors were enslaved, does that mean in the spiritual our ancestors were enslaved there first? Is that how the concept works? No, I don't believe that. No, no, no. Because when you are not part of the physical realm anymore, that physicality doesn't go with you. Right? That physicality doesn't go with you. That physicality doesn't go with you. So no, I don't believe that. The as above, so below more so often pertains it's coming down. It's not necessarily it's coming down and going up, but it's not to the next dimension or realm, if that makes sense. So we're talking about manifesting here on earth. Like you send your prayers up, you do your work, and then it goes back and forth, but it's not to the next realm. Like that would be terrible. That would be terrible to die and still be enslaved. Your spirit's still enslaved. No, you free. You are free. And I think we know that. And I think we saw that, especially with, the stories about those, who were on the ships and they knew they would be free when they unalive themselves, right? Jumping over the side and stuff like that. They knew they would be free. So if they couldn't be free here, they would be free on the other side. So I hope that makes sense. Brittany. Yeah, that bulgogi was on point last night. Let me tell you. Go to Costco. Get the bulgogi from Costco. It freezes well, just unthaw it and make that bulgogi. And we put extra onions in it last night. It was so delicious, and I had a salad with it. It was good. Yeah, that bulgogi was on point. Fuzzy, hey Fuzzy Spirals, girl. Yeah, and yeah, I go with that too. Girl, no, you don't know what bulgogi is, girl. That's the Korean The Korean marinated meat, it's normally beef, and then like you cook it like on high heat to cook it. Or like sometimes it's barbecued. If you've never had Korean barbecue, girl, go get you some Korean barbecue. It's absolutely delicious. I love bulgogi. Fuzzy said, I finally caught alive. I'm so glad that you're here, darling. Growing process is at work in the clouds. Journey with Korean. Hey, my darling. But yeah, so the Fuzzy says she believes that, it means to the mind what you think you attract. Yeah, for a lot of people, it is because it is energetics, you know. And if this weren't the case, you wouldn't have so many like positive affirmations and things like that go around. Yeah. Let me tell you something, high vibe. There is, oh goodness, I don't even know what the name of the place is here. Let me ask babe. Hey babe. Yeah. What's the name of the Korean chicken wing place that we like? To get the wings with the breading? Bonchon. Bonchon. Yeah, okay. So it's called Bonchon here. And their Korean fried chicken wings are so good. So good. Bonchon. And then they have like the kimchi and the daikon. And we just sit and we eat it and we're so happy because it's delicious. Yeah. We've had some good Korean fried chicken in Tampa too. But this right here is facts. This right here is facts. Yeah, bonchon. Yeah, we love Korean barbecue. Absolutely love. I love Korean barbecue. Like if you've never been to a Korean barbecue place, and if you're in the Atlanta area, go to Iron Chef. It's an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue place. They play K-pop music. Go to Iron Chef. It's up 85 in Gwinnett County. I can't remember what exit it's off of, but it's up 85 North in Gwinnett County. It's called Iron Age. It's all you can eat Korean barbecue. It's delicious. And they have various cuts. My favorite is the brisket. Um, yeah. And then there's another one. There's another one's called Breakers in Gwinnett County. Theirs is pretty good too. But at Iron Age, you cook the meat yourself. And we like ours just a little crispy. You gotta have a little crisp on the end. Just a little crispy at some point. And they give you like all the daikon and the sauces and stuff like that. So if you're in the Atlanta area, 85 North of Gwinnett, you just gotta drive it. It is what it is. Go to Iron Age. Yeah, it's I'm not gonna say it's by Jeju, but it is up 85. It's past the rooms to go exit. Is I want to say it's past Jimmy Carter too. But it's up there. It's up 85. Iron Age. You can Google it, it'll come up. Fuzzy says, y'all making me hungry. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let me see. Donna asks, how do I speak to Metatron? Okay. Metatron is an angel, an archangel of the order of archangels, because y'all know all angels aren't the same, right? There are various orders, levels of angelness, right? Metatron is an archangel. You can go find you can find prayers to Metatron. And I mean, if you really just want to talk to Metatron, you can really just call out and talk to Metatron if you really want to. Um, if you really want to. So, but there are plenty of prayers to Metatron that you can work with. It's not as hard as you would think it is. Okay, so Fuzzy Spirals asks, Q, what's your take on putting someone's picture in a Bible that have grieved you, in particular Psalm 109? All right, let me see. Let me go look at Psalm 109 because there are thousands of millions of trillions of Psalms. Okay, so let me see. Okay, so Fuzzy, are you talking about someone who um someone that did you wrong? You're talking about you talking about imprecatory psalms? Is that what you're asking, Fuzzy? Okay, listen. The imprecatory psalms are there for a reason. Okay. Okay. The imprecatory psalms are there for a reason. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. I personally don't do forgive. That's me, but do what you gotta do. Talking right here. Okay, so girl, yeah, do what you gotta do. Oh, girl, yeah. No, use the imprecatory song. Listen, we talk about karma, right? We talk about karma, people getting what they deserve. Guess what? Sometimes you are the karma. Now, I'm not saying just do wrong to people, but at what point does it stop? At what point some listen, some people learn via carrot, some people learn via stick. Everybody don't do carrot. Sometimes you need stick. Okay, sometimes you need stick. And that just is what it is. Because yeah, that's the imprecatory psalms right there. Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. Hey, Flora. Okay, Donna is going left, as Donna normally does. Donna is going left with conversations that a lot of the audience isn't ready for. With a lot of the conversations that the audience isn't ready for. So, Donna, if you email me, I will show you a way that you can talk to Metatron, the archangel. And just let me say this. A lot of times we think that we need the highest, most such and such spirit to deal with something. No, no. It's like saying that you need the cardiologist to take your blood when you go to the doctor and to check your vitals. No, you don't. Spirits have specialties, right? Like angels and stuff like they have specialties. It's best to work with spirits who they have their specialty and then you're working in a chronological order. So going from 1 to 100,000 that quick usually isn't going to work. But going from say 1 to 5 is easier to do. Does that make sense? What do you mean? Empress Kia, what do you mean? Please clarify what do you mean about offering presenting to a child? Yep, Psalms 109, go off. Mhm. Yeah, the angel sigils for the most part. Um, Donna, I'm really going to have to take you under my wing. A lot of the angelic sigils, they're going to be angelic sigils, and then there are going to be ones that are written in the Malachim, the celestial script. Um, I'm really going to take you under my wing because you're asking questions. Like I said, yeah, when and see like with the Malachim, you don't necessarily have to read the Malachim from right to left like you do with the Hebrew. But I'm gonna have to take you under my wing because you're asking questions, and I'm just like, this is an everyday conversation, and I don't want you to scare people. Okay, how growing process asks, how can I find my spiritual niche? What I would say is look to your interests and see how your interests, your personal interests, the things that you really, really love to do, how does that translate over? Okay. Do you like gardening? Do you like hiking? Do you like nature and the outdoors? If that's the case, you may be someone who will be better off working with herbs, roots, healing that way. If you are someone you just naturally drawn to fire, it may be candle magic. It may be working that way. Look to what you are naturally drawn to, and it'll usually translate over to the spiritual realm. Maybe you're someone if you like to cook, things like that, you may be good at, making the potion here and there. Look to your natural interests, right? And see how that translates over. No, we're not related. We're just both from Chicago. People ask us this all the time. People say this all the time. We're not related. Yeah, I don't do forgive. Okay. Um, listen. Yeah, yeah. Listen. We all know the African American proverb, don't start no ish, won't be no ish. Okay. Mhm. Oh, see, Donna trying to get into the stop gossip works right here. Donna trying to get into the stop gossip works. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Uh hey my lovely Coruscant. You have to figure out, okay, so answering this question, you have to figure it out what it is that you truly want or what it is that's gonna be the best. Um, because there are different works you can do. You can do works to shut them up. You can do works to get them just booted out the company. You can do things so that all their lies turn back against them and that no one believes them. It just really depends on what you want to do. You have to know what your goal is. You have to know what your goal is. The child passed away. How can I present a remembrance offering? Well, whatever the child liked, whatever the child liked. So, it's no different than if like your mom or someone else that you love really passed away. Whatever they liked, whatever food they liked, or if it was music, or if they had, like a stuffed animal, whatever they liked, here on this side, you will present them. Okay. That's why, like when you see like people going to like graveyards and stuff like that and they're putting offerings and stuff there, sometimes it's cigarettes, sometimes it's alcohol, it's usually things that they liked. Did they like a certain flower, a certain food? Um, did they have a favorite drink, favorite type of cigarettes? So whatever it is for the child, that's what you would offer. But you can always, always, always offer a spirit a white candle or a glass of water, like a human spirit. You can always offer a white candle or a glass of water. But whatever the child liked in human life, put that as an offering. Okay, well, there you go. Boom. Okay, Donna just want them to stop gossiping. Okay, so like I said, you can I'm not teaching today. I would advise you to look into workings that get them to shut up. Um, get them to shut up, and I would also do protection work. See, when I'm talking about spiritual cleansing and protection, spiritual protection deals with this too. Okay, because if you do your protection right, you aim your protection towards this gossip as well. It'll slow down. But I would tell you to look into actual stop gossip work. Um, a lot of times people do it with the beef cow tongue. I'm talking about um like hoodoo wise, like root worker wise. A lot of people do it with a beef tongue, but um, like sewing the tongue up and stuff like that. Um, make sure you do your protection and do your protection aimed at this as well, and then look into actual stop gossip work. It is a heavy-handed work. Usually it involves a beef tongue, a cow tongue, and you putting a picture in there, you're pretty much cursing them. That way, you have to sew the tongue up or like nail it up and do all types of terrible things to that tongue. But it's what they've done to you. So I will look into that. Hey there. Hello, how are you? You are really pretty. You are pretty. Hey, Auntie Sugar. Okay. Journey with Corinne says, do you recommend going to cemeteries to get familiar with being around the dead in preparation to working with them? I would recommend, um, what would I recommend? Do I recommend just going to the cemetery? No, I don't recommend just going to the cemetery because if you are not protected, okay, so going to the cemetery, one does not just go to the cemetery, right? There's a spirit that guards the cemetery and guards the entrance of the cemetery. So before you even talk about going to the cemetery, you need to have gifts and offerings for the spirit of the cemetery, for the spirit that guards the entrance to the cemetery, and you need to ask for permission and then put the offerings there. And then you don't just go to the cemetery. You usually going because like a family member is buried there or something like that, or you're going there to specifically do a type of work. So one does not just go to the cemetery to go to the cemetery. And then like after you do work in the cemetery, you need to go home and you need to spiritually cleanse yourself. Um, and you got to make sure you're protected and stuff when you go to the cemetery. So something won't just be jumping on your back and going home with you. Okay. So one does not just go to the cemetery. One does not just go to the cemetery. So kind of keep that in mind. I would, instead of just going to the cemetery, I would just understand and get familiar with the potential things that can happen while you're at the cemetery if you are not prepared to do so. So again, before you go to the cemetery, you need to cleanse, you need to protect. You need to take all sorts of items for gifts and offerings with you. So you need to have your little lunch bag with food, with liquor, with cigarettes, with coins, with water, flowers, and stuff like that, because you don't know which offering is going to be a good one. Like I said, for the spirit that guards the entrance of the cemetery, and for just the overall spirit of the cemetery as well. And then if you are working, like say for example, you need to buy some dirt from a grave in the cemetery, you need to be prepared to pay for the dirt. One does not just collect cemetery dirt. You have to pay for the dirt. You have to ask specifically, is there a spirit that's going to help me with this type of work? When you are led to the right grave, you know, you respectfully, ask them, are you willing to do this work for me? If so, yes. Then you take your dirt. So that means you got your spoon in your Ziploc bag too. And you have to pay for the dirt. You have to pay for it. Okay. The spirit them don't work for free. Okay, they don't work for free. Okay. So like I said, one does not just go to the cemetery. Hey Corsar. Corsar know what I'm talking about. Um Donna with these questions. Donna with the question. No, okay. So if you want to do that particular potion, if you want to do the milkshake potion, you need to do it in the spring when the sun is in Taurus. When the sun is in Taurus and on a Friday, or whenever it's closer, but mainly when it's, if you want to do that one, the milkshake one, you need to do it when the sun is in Taurus and when the moon is waxing. So that's not until April. I hope that answers that question. Um, Donna asked, how often would you recommend? As long as it's when it starts to fade, right? It's with anything. It's maintenance, right? So it's spiritual maintenance when it starts to fade. So for you, it really depends on your environment. It depends on the people around you. Are you feeling good that day? Because it's going to wane. So whatever if you do it every 2 weeks to a month, you have to keep up your schedule. You have to keep up your schedule. Okay, so High Vibe asks, what's the difference between connecting with angels and your spirit guides and ancestral guides? Okay, so the ancestral guides are going to be like someone from your lineage, from your blood lineage. Your spirit guides could be someone from a different pantheon or culture from you, and your angels is like your personal angel. Donna comes with the questions, and I'm just like, Donna, don't ask that because I don't want you to have me out here scaring people. But Donna don't care. Donna just asks these questions, and I'm out here like, don't write that, Donna. He says, is it the chocolate or vanilla milkshake? It's um this milkshake is not for you, but you would be affected by it, Mel. That's all I'm gonna say. That milkshake is not for you, but you would be affected by it. So don't worry about don't worry about the milkshake, Mel. This milkshake is not for you. This is a feminine milkshake, okay? Um, um. Okay, so is Coruscant still here? High vibe. If Coruscant is still here, reach out to Coruscant. Reach out to Coruscant. It's beautiful Coruscant. If Coruscant is still here, high vibe, reach out to Coruscant. She would be the person I trust to lead you with that. Yeah. Reach out to Coruscant. Yeah, Coruscant, lovely high vibe here is speaking about Orishas and that traditional work. So she's been asking, I think you two should talk. Okay. So you two, both of you ladies are here. Make sure you all are exchanging information or something like that. Or put your email address, high vibes, so Coruscant can contact you. Um, so because I'm not versed in that. I'm not versed in, Ifa and going into those traditions. But yeah, I would say contact Coruscant. See, you say Donna is teaching you today. Yeah, Donna's asking about things that some of y'all are not ready for. Hey, Isis. So no, no, no. Like I said, I know Coruscant is a true worker in that tradition. Um, Coruscant is a true worker in that tradition, and I'm not going to send you to somebody that. Coruscant is a true worker in that tradition. So that's why I said for your, so y'all make sure that y'all exchange information. High vibe and Coruscant. Donna is very inquisitive, but Donna is not working in theory. Donna is actually out here working practically. She's actually doing workings. So not to say that you all aren't either, but when Donna asks me a question, it's because she's trying to do something. Like she be trying to do stuff for real. Not say that y'all aren't, but like I said, I'd be like, Donna, baby, make sure you calm down and make sure you're doing stuff right. And this is why, I want you all to learn, but don't just stay in theory. At some point, you're going to have to do some type of work. So learn from the beginning and keep going. Okay. So, like, for example, right? Um, for example, okay, so like on Patreon, right? We're starting to get into herbalism. Now, one does not just go pick out stuff when it comes to herbalism, right? And Coruscant can hopefully back me up on this, even though she works in a completely different ATR tradition than I do, because I work the hoodoo way. Coruscant is Ifa, right? But Coruscant can tell you one does not just pick plants and herbs and just start doing stuff. You have to know the spirit of the plants, of the herbs, of the natural materials, and understand, is this really what you need for your working, right? Um, a lot of them are male aligned, female energetically aligned, right? We don't. So cortisol can back me up in that. So people just want, like an herbal recipe for something. No, you have to pick out the right things. You have to pick out the right things. One does not just go out here and just do stuff. You're welcome. Yep. So yeah, I know cortisol can back me up with that. Like one does not just, so yeah. So Donna emails me. I tell people all the time, please make sure that you email me. If I don't get back to you, it's because like I'm busy or I got caught up in something or I didn't get the email. But I will get back to you. Yeah, I will get back to you. It's somebody I got to write back right now because they asked me something. But yeah, yeah, one does not just pick stuff, just like you don't just pick everything in a cabinet and make a meal with it. Everything has to align. Oh, thank you so much for that. Miss Kylie Coco says, "Yep, right. You work with herbs, right? You don't just pick stuff up. You don't just pick stuff up and just start doing something. Like because if you don't know what an herb does, and the thing about it is, like when you're working with herbs, herbs can be in a certain category, but they may work on a different perspective of that energy. So let's say you want to do something. Um, let's say you want to do, for example, love work. Love work is an easy one. Okay, every herb that's a love herb doesn't do the same thing. They work on different aspects of things, right? There's a reason you may use rosebuds versus rose petals. There's a reason you may work with orris root versus roses. There's a reason there's reasoning behind everything, and you have to know those energies behind the plants, behind the herbs, behind the minerals. What is the information surrounding the plant's name, right? What does it do in nature? All these different things to be able to choose the right things. I don't like to say people are dumb, but some people are dumb, and I just let them do whatever. I don't try to correct. I don't even go on TikTok. I don't have it installed on my phone. Ugh, no, that's wrong. Absolutely correct. TikTok is BS. Okay, so Sean Smith, I see your question. Please clarify and go more in depth, and then I'll be able to answer your question. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Absolutely, Coruscant. Yeah. And being, respectful to nature and things like that, but yeah. So, this is why for safely learning, I'm teaching everything from the bottom up on my Patreon. It's not to try and get people to join my Patreon, it's to try and teach you so you can learn safely and be confident in the knowledge that you have so you can go out and do your workings and know exactly what you're doing, know how to fix things, know how to use substitutions, things like that. Okay, Coruscant asked a really good question. And okay, this is worker to worker right here. Spiritual worker to spiritual worker right here. Okay, so Coruscant says, what are your thoughts on shamanism? Is it a matter of semantics or is there a difference between them and healers? I think there is a difference between them and healers. I think there is. I think that shamans do the spiritual work, the spiritual guiding, um, the spiritual teachings of the community, of the culture, and I think healers just work in the aspect of healing. I think shamans can do it all, right? Take for example the movie Avatar, right? With the blue aliens, right? Okay, so Neytiri, she was to be the next spiritual leader. She was a shaman. She knew the earth, she knew the plants. Um, She knew things spiritually about the culture. They told the stories, they told the teachings. She also did healing work. She was the medicine woman too. So it wasn't just the medicine woman healing, there was the spiritual aspect of it as well, with the reverence for the land that they lived on. Right. And I think healers are just that aspect. I think they're just healers. Right. Okay. Let me find Corosol's email. Corosol, put your email again because I don't see it. Put your email in the chat again, Corosol, so High Vibe can write it down. Yeah, I think healers are absolutely a necessary part of the community, right? Because we know natural med we know that medicine, as it pertains to pharmacology, is just copying what nature does. So it's good to know like natural remedies and stuff like that because the pharmacology is just copying nature, right? But I think shamans are so much more. They are the spiritual leaders, they are respected parts of the community. They teach culturally, spiritually. They are the medicine healers, the physical healers. They help, when it's a birth, when it's a funeral, they're usually there, So I think there's so much more. Yeah, I think there's so much more. Yeah, so yeah, so hmm I see y'all are quiet now. Okay, Donna says, "Yep, I saw someone teaching a hex with lavender to have nightmares. I just kept, oh, ma'am. Okay, yeah. I mean, you just gotta let people do what they do. I don't try to control or correct people. I don't try to do that. All right, so all right. Donna says, "Look, these TikTok spiritualists. I like them. I know 99% of them can't give me any work. Yeah, listen, I mind my business. I stay off of there. I don't know what's going on the TikTok. I don't know what's going on the TikTok, so I don't want to learn what's going on TikTok. Yeah, so um, oh my goodness, hold on. I did not have my laptop charged up at all. Mel is laughing. Okay, Journey with Corinne says, if you don't carry the blood of a particular group, can you still work with their magical systems? It really depends. It really depends. Um, because some systems are just for them. Like, I'm sorry, hoodoo is just for black people, usually for the descendants of the enslaved in the Americas. Okay, it just is what it is. I didn't make the rules. But like talking about Romany magic, people call them gypsies. That's actually a slur. Romany magic. I would stay away from trying to work that because that's really just that's them, right? Usually indigenous works are going to be for the indigenous. Now, when you're talking about Western esotericism, hermeticism, Western astrology, tarot, stuff like that, that's for anybody. But usually, if it's a cultural system, you may want to stay away from it because it's not for you. Okay, what do you mean by this, Donna? How do you untrap someone? What does this mean? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, Donna, I don't know what you mean. So, and I know there's a delay, so you know, I know there's a delay. Okay, so High Vibe asks, how do you get more in-depth information on the herbs? I have a couple of herb books, but they're pretty generic. There's no mention of the different energies as you mentioned. Yeah, you're not going to see that in a lot of herb books. You're not going to see that. I was Do I have herb books that I recommend? No, I've never really worked with herb books. Um, I've never really worked with herb books. Here's why. Because an herb book is going to align with a certain tradition, and all traditions aren't the same. So, um, for example, someone can make a book called Chicken Recipes, right? Well, one, if you don't eat that cuisine, it's not going to make any difference to you. It's just going to be a book of chicken recipes. So it's real herb usage is really going to align with the spiritual practice. Now, you can learn, I would suggest to learn about herbs medicinally, medicinal herb books. And usually a lot of times the medicinal ways that herbs help will kind of translate over into the spiritual ways. For example, right? So Donna was talking about um stop gossip work, right? Now, if you were looking at teas, and I'm going to follow along as I do this. If you're looking at like say a medicinal tea, say one for like you have a sore throat or you're coughing or something like that. So we have the cough, we have the sore throat. That's air, right? That's the formulation of words, right? We need to breathe and the coughing, right? Coming from the mouth. So we have that alignment there. When you're looking for herbs and teas and stuff like that, that's going to help soothe like the sore throat and the coughing, a lot of times they're going to have marshmallow root in them. Marshmallow root, the smooth, the slippery, the sweet, right? So that medicinally. Now take that over. A lot of times in hoodoo root work, marshmallow root is used in stop gossip remedies because people talking trash about you, right? We have that alignment with air, the mouth. Marshmallow root is sweet. It smooths things out. It stops the friction of the gossip, right? Just like it's going to stop the cough, soothing the cough, soothing the lungs, soothing, the sore throat. So a lot of times, so a lot of times looking medicinally at what herbs do, looking at their names, what type of name does it have? Why do you think it has that name? What is it used for? Where does it grow? Right? Evergreen. So the evergreen trees, right? They always stay green. Use that in your money works. It's always green. It doesn't change. So do I have books? No. I really, really would say study medicinally what herbs and plants do. Look at the names, look at nature, look at their lore. That's going to tell you. Yeah. Yeah, Coruscant is with me. There are some systems that are just plain closed. I agree. The Romani come to mind, right? And do not call them gypsies. Don't call them gypsies. That's a slur. They are the Romani. Okay. The Akan spiritual system of Ghana is similar. Right, right. Some things are just closed, and it just is what it is. Hmm, okay, it just is what it is. They need to. They will probably need to. Okay, so if someone used the hair of someone else to trap their bloodline, and then who will they need to go to get that fixed? That's going to be a lot of spiritual work. That's going to be a lot of spiritual work. They need to reach out to a spiritual worker for that, and also possibly getting into certain type of works with certain spirits that that does that. That's going to be a lot of cleaning, a lot of that's going to be a lot of work. Generational work can be very very heavy. Again, that's can you? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work. Okay, Mel asks, "What's your take on walk-in spirits?" Clarify that for me, Mel. Down in the comments section, clarify that in the chat, Mel, so I can understand what you're asking about. Mrs. Kylie Coco says correct. I learned from the herbalist who I'm in alignment with, like you said. Yeah, you don't just yeah. Hey, Cafe All Late. I'm sorry I don't speak French, so sorry if I butchered that. Yeah, absolutely. You're very welcome. Yeah, I know people, and I'm not saying you high vibe. I appreciate the question, but yeah, there isn't a book on things. It really, really depends on the spiritual path, the practice, things like that, on how each spiritual system uses herbs and plants and stuff. Because some spiritual system may use an herb, another one doesn't. Now, cleansing and lighting a candle isn't gonna deal with any type of mm-mm, mm-mm. That's gonna be some deep spiritual work. They need to go to a worker. Do not send them here to me. Mm-mm. Do not send them here to me. They need to start. They need to go deal with that. But don't send them to me. They may want to ask. What's her name? Satin. Satin, because I'm not even beginning to get into the unraveling of what happened. Why is this a generation? That's gonna be too many divinations. Too many. That's gonna be too much work. Not that I don't have time for it, but I don't have time for it. Yep. Some herbs have different names, but it's the same thing. Yeah. For example, and it really depends, like I said, because sometimes the names are cultural, sometimes it's regional. For example, vanilla leaf. You would think vanilla leaf is from the vanilla plant, like the vanilla that you eat. No, it's not. Vanilla that you eat is different from vanilla leaf. Okay. Vanilla leaf is also called deer's tongue. Okay. So I just gave you three different names, but two different herbs. Okay. This is why we learn. Yeah. Right. High John the Conqueror root, jalap root. Jalap root. We call it High John the Conqueror, High John. Other people call it jalap root. We're talking about the same thing here. So, okay. So, Empress, if I don't have any room for my altar, what can I use in place for? My question is, if you don't have room for your altar, how big is your altar? What are you doing with your altar? Because let me tell you all something. There are a lot of times there are altars in plain sight. So how many of y'all go to the you go to the Asian nail shop? It is what it is. You go to the Asian nail salon, they got that small little altar with a pineapple, a candle, and like the fat Buddha. That's an altar. That's an altar. Even though it's on something the size of a plate, that is an altar. Okay. Y'all know when y'all used to go to grandma house, big mom house, auntie house, and you had that mantle above the fireplace with all the pictures of the family and stuff above it? That's an altar, baby. That is an altar. They put the little candle up there, a little bit of incense or something right up there. That's an altar. That's an altar. So your altar does not have to be huge. It can be smaller. You can have one, you can have many. But yeah. So your altar does not have to be big. It does not have to be big. I would say go to like the tile store and get a tile. You know what you can have an altar on, Empress Kia? Go to Walmart, go to Target. One of those little trays that you eat the TV dinners on. Perfect size for an altar. Your altar does not have to be this huge, luxurious, spanning a 5 foot span. No. Go to Walmart or go to Target. That little tray. Because right now I'm sitting in the living room folding laundry. My laptop is on the TV dinner tray stand. That is big enough for an altar. Your altar does not have to be this huge, grand, magnificent thing unless you want it to be. If you don't have the space, use that. Yep. Yeah. You go into the little Asian nail salon. They have the Buddha. They have a little tea light candle, a little incense, and like a pineapple. That is a small altar. Small altar. Boom, right there in the front. Yep, they have them in plain sight. Yep. Yep, you are very welcome. Yeah, all you need for your small altar is, like I said, to get that little TV dinner tray stand thing. And it folds up. Get you a white cloth. Um, Even if you get like a huge white pillowcase and put over it. Right there, all you need is a little stick for incense, a little candle, whatever else you're gonna put on top of it. Then the good thing about it is it's a TV tray stand. So if people come over, you can fold all those little items up and put them in a shoebox in your closet and put the TV tray stand away. No one will ever know. And that's the difference between having a smaller altar and a bigger one. Boom. Girl, a triangle got three sides. Girl, pick one. And see the little small little tray, TV tray and stay, it can be set up in the corner. You'll be fine. Okay, so Mel says a walk-in is when a human body whose original soul has left his body and has been replaced with a new, different soul. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that because from my learnings, that soul is just there and that soul is just staying there. When you leave, when your physical body leaves, right, and you die physically, ain't no new soul coming to jump in. Um, as from what I know, your soul is there. Now, all this different soul snatching and body snatching now people farm each other's energy, but soul swapping, I've never heard of that. I may have to go down a rabbit hole and look and read on it, but I've never heard of that because your soul is there attached, right? Your soul is released when your physical body dies. She's in a triangle shaped living room. Okay, so she said, what's the difference between what Mel asked and spiritual possession? Spiritual possession, okay, there is spiritual possession is when you hear about that, that's the human soul isn't leaving. That human is just being tormented by another spirit. And they say possess, potentially for the sake of conversation, living in the same body, but not one is just stripped away and the other one is there. Yeah, like, and even with possession, I see it as like I see possession as like tormenting because for the most part, unless it's created that way, more than one isn't taking up the same space. So, like for example, like when a woman is pregnant, we don't have one baby in the womb growing, and then 3 months later, here come another baby in there growing. No, that placenta is already growing for one. Now, when she's pregnant with twins from the onset, those two are in there taking up the same space. So energetically, this is why one of my favorite lines, one cannot fill a cup that's already full. Energy changes and stuff like that, but just two just occupying. Yeah. Now, if we're talking about what Cafe Olette talking about star seed stuff, when we're talking about stuff potentially from a completely different, not even from the same realm, that may be completely different. But I've never heard of somebody be like, "Hey, dog, man, this is too hard. I'm finna go." Like I've never heard that. I've 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 never heard that. Like somebody talking about, "Dog, this life too hard, bruh. I came in at the wrong time, bruh. I'm finna head out." Like, all right, I'ma head out. Like I've never heard that. Right, in a possession, right? Possession. But notice that with the possession, the other spirit is still there. Your soul ain't just vacate. Okay, your soul ain't just vacate because the possession, the entity is there to torment you, your soul, you on all levels. You and your spirit ain't just vacate. Imagine if that was the case. You get tormented by some spirit. If that was the case, then your spirit would be like, all right, I'ma head out. Then who the spirit finna torment? Like seriously, like, all right, I'm finna head out. Like, no, we're not doing that. Like I've always wondered what happens to the soul of babies that are stillbirth, miscarriages, or even termination. Does her soul return to the same mother in her next pregnancy? That I don't know. I have heard some interesting conversations about that. I've heard interesting conversations about that. And then, like, again, it really depends on like who you talk to, because depending on the spiritual path or this, the spirituality of like that culture, there are going to be different times for when the spirit of a baby comes in. Some say that the spirit of a baby in the womb doesn't even come in until like the second or third trimester, right? Some say the spirit of the baby comes in, right before birth. So it really depends on who you talk to. But that is an interesting question. Babies that are stillbirth, miscarriages, or even termination, I don't know. I have heard from some workers that, you know, at a termination, at an abortion, it's so traumatic to the womb that the womb doesn't want to get pregnant again. I have heard that. But a miscarriage is a miscarriage, and no one asked for that. So I think that's a big different. But out of that's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. I wasn't pregnant long enough to reach the point to where I felt like my baby was my baby, if that makes sense. Um, because I had a miscarriage, it was what was it, like 8 weeks? So it was still very early on. But I wasn't like, "Oh my god, I'm 12 weeks and having a miscarriage." So, that I don't know. That's a good question now. That's a good question. Right. Anytime life gets hard, we can be like, "All right, I'm finna head out. Hey, George, come take over. Stacy, you said you wanted to come to Earth. I'm finna head out. It's too hard right now. I'm finna head out. You go fight for women's rights. You want to be here, right? All right, I'm gonna head out, and Stacy, you come in and you fight for this until I'm ready to come back." Like for me, that doesn't compute, but I'll have to go look down in the rabbit hole. And see, he believes that children choose their parents. Some people believe that. Yeah, Elite Bell Zoe says she believes that birth the soul comes. Yeah. Yeah. Every practice is gonna have a different thought process around it. Yeah, yeah. Now, I do believe that there are people that you just vibe with and you just vibe with them. You just meet them and you just vibe with them so well. I believe they are part of your soul group. But I don't know what my thought process is about choosing to incarnate, especially if you're choosing in to experience terrible stuff. Like to me that's torture. Yeah, I mean, that's what Mel was asking. Like, yo, you just gonna walk up out of here. Okay. And you just gonna quit. You're a quitter. So basically, you're asking about quitters. Well, we're not going to be quitters. We're not going to be quitters. We're going to stay in our bodies. We're not going to be quitters. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Coruscant, please put your email address in the chat again so that High Vibe can have it, so she can contact you because it wasn't in there before. She said we call you a soul group Egbe. Yeah. Yeah, I do believe in soul groups. People you just vibe with. And just like so weird. Like, wow, this person is so cool. We just everything just is right. Yeah. Like when you folding clothes and you're trying to find the rest of the socks. I'm trying to figure out where the rest of the socks. I got like 5 socks and no partners. That's interesting. I haven't heard of that before. But yeah, that's interesting. That's interesting. That's interesting. Yeah, that's very interesting. The rest of the socks got ate up by the dryer. So something is happening. Because I'm just like, where are these socks? Where are these socks? Socks are my favorite part of laundry. I don't know why I just like the socks. But then 2 is my favorite number. So mating socks is all about balance. So take that for what it will. For what you will. I hate when you saw the sock, left it alone, and then came back with a pair and the other sock is going, Okay, High Vibe says that my aunt told me when she was a child, she had a vision of my sister. This was shortly after my grandmother had just lost a child. I always wondered that child was supposed to be my sister. Interesting. It's possible. It's definitely possible. I'm just glad that for right now, this washing machine is doing us right. The only thing I don't like about this washing machine here is that it washes too fast. So by the time you put the load in, you get good and comfortable back in the bed with your snacks, and the next thing you know, the washing machine is finished. Sometimes the washer will be finished washing before the dryer. I'm just like, I just sat down. I just sat down. Yeah, so I'm starting to get tired of folding these clothes. I'm still missing a sock. Oh, here's one. Yay, found one. Yeah, yeah. You all have had some good questions today. Spiritual chat and chill. Spiritual chat and chill. Hmm. Life and death transition is so interesting. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, my question is, Cafe, is why do you feel like you have to follow one? And if you feel like you don't have one, then choose a couple to follow. How about that? Listen, I'm just so happy most of these clothes that I'm folding, they go right into the drawer. Right into the drawer. All my workout clothes and socks, they going right into the drawer. Right into the drawer. Yeah, see that right there. I don't know if I necessarily believe in reincarnation. I don't know if I believe in it. To me, that's torture. Let me do my 70, 80, 90 years and let me go. Yeah, I'm still right, yeah, girl. And if the yeah, going back to cafe, who say you have one, who says you have to follow tradition? Two, if you don't feel like you have one to follow, then don't follow anything or follow all of them. Follow the traditions that you are able to follow. Don't get into closed systems, but like astrology is free and open. That's a system. Astrology is free. See, I don't even know what that is. See, I don't know what that is. I know there are people that have their thoughts about this, but I don't, I don't know if that is because I feel like no, I don't feel like that's a. I think, I think it's people try to put a box on love or what they perceive. Like I don't know if I feel like honestly, I feel like it's something that um was created to sell to people. That's honestly what I think. And here's why, because you'll have people who are just in some terrible relationship, but because of that word, they'll stay. Like, no, I don't do that word. I don't do the twin flame either. I don't do that. Yep, that's you, cafe. Yep, that categorizing. Yep, yep. That's so funny. Yeah. But I think you have, if you're a medium, that's enough to deal with. Like, that's enough. Being a medium is enough to deal with. Yeah, yeah. Like, I agree. Like I said, I've seen people in terrible, terrible, terrible situations, but they stay because of this. No, you need to leave. You need to heal. You need to be better. You need to do better. You need to escape. But this right here will have people like bound together in tragedy, like because of this word. Like, no, 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 go be free. Go be free. I am super thirsty. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that high vibe. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yep, I agree with that. Listen, between that one and the twin flame, you know, if I offered those types of readings, my inbox would be in shambles. Okay, shambles will be in shambles. Mm-mm. Everybody want to ask me about that, but not how they can get some money, and that's truly sad. That is truly sad. Mm. Maybe I was a bit ambitious in saying I was gonna fold all of these clothes. I know my little arm's starting to hurt. Right. I think Nyla, I'm not Nyla. I think Donna's one of the few people that constantly ask me, okay, so how can I get this money? She's one of the few people who be like, okay, but money. But money. Rule over money. There are many. There are many that yeah. I hate doing laundry too. The folding. I normally do it like when each load is finished, but the other day I was just like, nope. Okay, speaking of astrology, I found out about an asteroid called Right Wabbit and how it's conjunct with the new moon around the time Cassie. Interesting. Let me look at that right now. White Rabbit asteroid. White Rabbit asteroid astrology. Oh, why am I being drawn into something? Ooh, ooh, this is good. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Cafe. Uh-huh. And it was conjunct the new moon. Mm, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I just went down this little astrology hole right here too. Okay. So yeah, Donna said, and speaking of which angels rule over money. Angels that rule over money, there are many. There are many. Um, Lord, she asked me which angels rule over money. There are many. Remember, I said that when it comes to energies, right? Or like when it comes to herbs, right? There may be a category for herbs, but each one can work on a different aspect of things. So, for example, when it comes to money and finances, there are some that rule over money, there are some that rule over good business decisions, some that rule over making your money go longer, some that rule over getting you more work, some that are just about expanding your boundaries, expanding your reach. So it's not just about which ones are over money. There are different, like how a diamond has different facets. Same thing. When you're talking about a topic or a subject, each plant, spirit, whatever, does something different within that realm. So there isn't just one. It's not just this one is over money, this one is over money. They're over different aspects of things. So, oh goodness, over money. I know that's right. 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 Being greedy and screwing over humanity and the planet for money is wrong. But no, baby, we need money. You know, just like we use money to buy that bulgogi, you need money. Um, right. That part. Angels that rule over money. Um, Off the top of my head, who's going to rule over money? I would say Zadkiel, the angel of the day Thursday, which is also the angel of Jupiter. I would say start there. Zadkiel. Girl, yeah, get you some money. Uh-huh. What spirits would be good to find someone and bring them back? I want my brother back. Who child? Yeah, there are some spirits who could do that. Um, Email me, Donna. Email me. I don't want to scare people. Email me. Sean Smith, how can we get some money? You gotta do your money works. Okay, so here's the thing when it comes to money, right? People want to do their money works, but sometimes there are other things that stop their money works from manifesting. Number one, people ask for money during their money works, and one, don't like the way that it's offered to them. So then you kill the magic. Two, you have to be ready to receive and be able to work with it when you get it. For example, you can be offered a new job that's paying you so much more money. You have to be ready to deal with the opportunity. Are you going to move across the country for it? So, like I said, sometimes people ask for money and they aren't ready to deal with what they asked for. So let's say you ask for more money, someone offers you a job, it's paying you much more, you have to move across the country. Are you taking it or not? Are you taking it? Something to think about. You may ask for more money and some people may give you a bunch of gift cards. The gift cards are worth money. It's money, especially when you don't have to pay for something, you're using a gift card. It's still money. So yeah. Listen, not yeah. Making tacos next Monday. Oh girl, what kind? Prosperity floor wash. Get your money herbs together. Well, you can't do your prosperity floor wash until you clean that floor first. So you clean the floor from the dirt, then do your spiritual cleansing, then do your prosperity one. See, you can't do your money work on top of being dirty. You have to spiritually cleanse first. Spiritually cleanse, spiritually protect, and then do whatever else you're gonna do. We are not putting dirt, we're not putting the goodness of extra money and new jobs on top of dirt, on top of spiritual dirt. We're not doing that. This is a good way to work. This is a good way to work. You need to do your spiritual cleansing. Y'all remember my video, the 4 pillars of spiritual maintenance, how to manifest a better life. You need to do your spiritual cleansing, your spiritual protection. Then you do your road opener or blockbuster work. And then you do whatever other magic after that. You should be doing those 4 things on a regular basis. Girl, why you say no? Journey with Korean, you and I need to have a long conversation. We need to have a conversation. We gonna talk at some point this week. We need to have a conversation. Isis says, I love that you build your information from the foundation up. Yes, a foundation is the proper way to do things. A foundation is the proper way to do things. Hello, my darling. Girl, no. You don't need a giant protection and cleansing candle. You just need giant candles and then whatever your spiritual oils are. That's all you really need. Boom. The spiritual oils. But yes, before this new year that's coming, this new calendar year, oh yeah, I'm gonna be spiritually cleansing in this house. Pro tip. Here's a pro tip. Here is a pro tip. Okay. For the new year. If the broom that you have in your house is old, raggedy, toe up, anything like that for the new year, go get a new broom for the new year. Go get a new broom for your house for the new year. And and the first person that walks into your house in the new year should have some money in their pocket, and they should give you a couple coins from it. They should give you a little something from it. I'm so glad you ain't doing that no more either. Girl, we need to have a conversation. What? Hey baby, you okay? Are you coming for soup? Supper. Supper. Oh, snap.
Are you in my business?
Well, I'm in your business because you opened the fridge, so I wanted to know what you were getting. Oh, snap. Mr. Hoodoo over there popping that pineapple. Not the government will wait. I love it. Get a new broom. So yeah, make sure y'all start cleaning the house. December 27th, 28th, 29th, something like that. Make sure y'all start cleaning. And make sure y'all wash them clothes. Whatever little load of laundry you got before the new year, wash them clothes. All right. So speaking of New Year's, how do we prepare? Is there anything special? Okay, so clean your house, the dirty, dust, sweep, mop, wash, laundry, do your spiritual cleansing, and then do your protection. It's gonna be the same thing. And then start setting your intentions. It's really the same thing over and over. It's really the same thing over and over. It's just on a grander scale. Like New Year's Day. So by January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, you should be doing your money works, your success works, your whatever, because you've already what? You've already cleansed, right? You cleanse, do your protection. So like you cleanse all this stuff out, end of the year. Then like January 1st, 2nd, you should be doing your protections. Then January like 3rd, 4th, 5th, you should be doing like your money works, whatever like that. It's just on a grander scale. It's just on a grander scale. No, it doesn't. It doesn't need to be a wood burn. No. Girl, if you don't go walk to Walmart, if you don't take your tail over to the Walmart, you're younger than me, ma'am. Go walk to Walmart. 2 minutes away, girl. Oh, but see you up there where it's cold. You up there where it's cold, so I wouldn't want to walk either, and it's cold. Journey about to make some food. Oh snap! She about to make some cookies. Sounds delicious. It's literally like 2 minutes. Uh-uh. What y'all out here talking about? You ain't got Donna gotta walk in the snow. Yeah, see that right there? Mm-mm. I am not about that life. Yeah, you need to. So when she do her yoga, you need to go do yoga with her. I need to go do yoga with her because I can do my It's not it's not down to 14 minutes exactly, but I could do like my 14 minutes and 30 some second mile. If I'm moving it, I had to train myself to get to that. Just doing it every day, but so girl, go walk in 2 minutes. Right. You should be ashamed. Mm, Yeah, see, see, all the snow and stuff like that. Yeah. Nope. Nope, 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 nope. Cinnamon broom for protection. I would use that more for like prosperity. You better go do that yoga with her. Cinnamon broom, that's more prosperity. I mean, you can for protection, but it'd be better served for prosperity and money. She up there in Canada. Ain't no telling how much snow she got. Ooh. Yeah, most of that. Yeah, use it for money work and money and prosperity work. That's gonna be the better use for it. So mm, I'm telling you, Donna. I'm telling you, Donna. Donna, you need to be shamed. Shame. That's what I need for you to work on in the new year. Work on your fitness. It's the ice that's the issue. Your ice can literally be 3 inches here. You have to baby steps. Oh, I get it. I get it. Ice is no joke. I've seen the Tony Baker videos where they be skip that deedly dee and fall all over the ice and slide down the driveway. I've seen those. I get it. But you still need to work on your fitness. You're too young to say you don't feel like that. Girl, give me my 20 something energy. All right. Did anybody have any other questions? Because it looks like you all are heading on out. Yeah, yeah, that's too much, Donna. That's too much for me. I don't like snow. I don't like ice. Right. Yeah, ice is no joke. Girl. Okay, so yeah, you need to work on your flexibility. Black sage or mugwort for mediumship protection. Just a regular, whatever you regularly do for protection, that's what you do for protection. And just whatever you normally do for protection, whatever your normal protection candle is, do that protection when you're doing spirit work. You don't need anything extra. Mugwort is just going to enhance the spiritual and psychic abilities, so that's not for protection. Whatever you normally do for protection, if you burn a candle for protection, burn that candle when you're doing mediumship work. I did not. I did not, Coruscant. Coruscant, can you put your email address in the chat for High Vibe? I don't know if she's still here or not. Yeah, you have to work at it though. Yeah. You're gonna have to work at it. I mean, I'm not a medical doctor. I don't know how the pepperoni affects things, but yeah, still definitely still work on your cardiovascular. Not the pepperoni and the pepperoni supplement. Jeez. No, it's not your fault, Coruscant. It's not your fault, Coruscant. That is the Mercury. See what I'm talking about? The Mercury retrograde is retrograding because she posted her email address here. We haven't seen it. We haven't seen it here in the chat because I'm literally sitting in front of this laptop. High vibe is working. Okay, darling. Mercury retrograde is out here coming for our edges. Girl, you don't need a gym membership. You not need a gym membership. Girl, I'm gonna give you the YouTube videos that you can do at home, honey. At home. No, it's just an email address though. It's just an email address. But let me see if I have to make her a mod. Let me see. Because maybe that's what's it. I thought she was one. Coruscant. Let me see. Let me see something real quick. Where's Coruscant? Let me do this. Where's Coruscant? Okay. That should be. Okay, Coruscant. Now, try it now. Try it now, Coruscant. Well, this is Babe shirt. Yeah, if you go to the fitness channel, it depends on what type of workouts you want to do. If you want just overall all types of workouts, go to Fitness Blender, that channel on YouTube. They have so many workouts. They will work you out to all types, from conditioning to weight training to ab work to whatever. But I have transitioned from the harder stuff. Well, ballet is still hard. So now I'm just doing like my cardio and like ballet bar workouts. So yeah, I'm extra cute now. Am I going to do classes in the new year? Yes. Yes, I will do classes in the new year. So when I put these signs up for the classes, it better be more than 3 people in these classes. It better be more than 3 people in these classes. Up there. Okay, that's better. Okay, we see it now. Okay, so let me. Okay, so high vibe. If you are listening, I just put Coruscant's email address up so you can see it. Oh. Yep, we can see it now. Yep. So I'm just gonna keep this up here for high vibe. People don't be out here bothering Coruscant. This is just for high vibe. I'm gonna turn you into a frog if you do. Don't be out here harassing my Coruscant. Auntie Sugar, high vibe, email Coruscant. If you all want to learn about Orishas and Ifa and all like that, she is your trusted person to work with. Okay, you got it. Okay, I hope Auntie Sugar, if you're still here, go and write that down. I'm gonna take her email address off. Okay. So, did I make all the socks? We still have one missing sock. I think I put this sock in the drawer last week when I did laundry, so maybe that's where it is. I'm just like, where the other sock? Okay, all the laundry has been folded. Okay, so Coruscant is your person, your contact for Ifa. Ifa. I am not an Ifa worker, Ifa initiated anything. Coruscant is. Okay, I do not teach Ifa. I am not initiated. I am not part of that tradition. I will not pretend to be. Coruscant is your contact. So Coruscant has been kind and she has put her email address for those of you interested in Ifa. Okay, so contact Coruscant. Right. Okay. Ifa. That is Ifa. Ifa is an African traditional religion. Okay. Ifa. When people are talking about, oh, my Orishas and this and that, you are not giving yourself an Orisha, right? The spiritual workers in the tradition of Ifa will tell you who your Orisha is if all that is even spelled out for you. If they want, so you go to those workers. Coruscant is your contact. People just out here giving themselves Orishas and stuff. And I'm just like, if y'all don't stop. Well, I like Oshun because I like a yellow. First of all, stop just giving yourself a damn or stop doing that. Okay, it's disrespectful. Yeah, well, my Orisha is, I like, oh, stop doing that. Until the proper spiritual worker has told you what's going on, stop doing that. Now, Corsair, that's what they do. Because I like yellow in the Oshun. And notice it's always Oshun, Oshun, Oshun. That goes to show y'all know nothing. There are many Orishas, okay? Many, okay? There are many. Well, I like this one because all y'all saw Beyonce wearing yellow, and here y'all go, I'm an Oshun now. You ain't Oshun nothing. Go sit down and go clean your microwave. Like, stop it. I wish they would stop. And this is what I'm saying. Like, this is why you go to people who are true, to the tradition, who know what they're talking about. I am not Ifa. I am not an Ifa worker. I'm not initiated. I'm not part of the religion. I'm not part of the practice. This is why I refer to Coruscant because I know she is. Okay. People just wearing necklaces and stuff. Talking about, I got my elekes. Okay. Where do you get that eleke from? Okay. Is it consecrated? Like, but like, just stop. Stop, people. Just stop. Just stop. I'm talking about your Orisha worker was giving you a reading with tarot cards. They're not giving you a reading with tarot cards. Okay, so just stop. Just stop. You are not just going to the store and buying an Oshun candle. You're not doing that. Just stop. This is why we shouldn't give y'all the internet. Like, just stop. And with some of these African traditional religions and practices and stuff like that, your spirit, sometimes they're gonna tell you what to do. Sometimes they're gonna tell you what to do. You gonna do it or no? You better listen. They not playing with you. Okay. It's funny that you asked that growing process because my mentor, he passed in October, right? He was uh, he was very well versed in Coptic Egyptian practices and stuff like that. He would have been the person that I would have referred you to. I'm talking about his family is actually, they were Egyptian priests and priestesses and stuff, dating his tradition back, hundreds of years, like they could count their family tree back. Um, he passed in October. I was very, very sad about it because I learned a lot from him. He would have been the person I would have referred you to, not this surface level. Bastet is the cat goddess and stuff like that. I'm talking about real, like Egyptian workings, like Coptic and stuff like that. But unfortunately, he's no longer here, so I can't help you with that. Of course, I'll give you her credentials, okay? Like I said, she's gonna be able to help you. I'm not even speaking on Orishas because, like I said, it's not my tradition. So I'll let Coruscant say what is and isn't. It's all good growing process. Thank you. Yeah, it was very, very devastating because he taught a lot. He taught the community a lot. I learned a lot from him. He was the only spiritual worker that has ever done work for me. I think he's done work twice for me. Successful, of course. But yeah, I learned a lot from him. So it was very, very sad to hear of his loss. So, but we live on. He's gonna live on through us, and I will teach you all some things that I learned from him. So we're gonna keep his memory together and strong because he was about teaching the community and teaching people how to do their works and workings and stuff so they can better themselves. So part of his gift of life to me, I'm going to pass on to you all, teaching and sharing things. So exactly. We continue to grow and learn. Yep. We continue to grow and learn and share. Yep. 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 Yeah. So yeah. So y'all are getting y'all workings together for the new year. Y'all cleansing. Y'all doing y'all protection. Y'all doing y'all money work. Y'all doing y'all road openers and blockbusters. Are you clearing out the people from your social circle who are no good for you? Are you recognize that, their energy is off, they aren't good people. So you're going to kind of, step back away from those people. We're doing that too, right? Right? Journey with Corinne says, yes, I'm doing all those things. Summary Physique says, yes, yes, right. I think I'm going to start some affirmations, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do it. Um, and maybe just sharing some petitions that people can use or model or whatnot, to help them out because wording is important. So maybe I'll do that for the new year. Mm, maybe I'll do that because I think we should start the new year with some positivity and some, get our mindset together. Get our mindset together. So, oh, trust me, I get it. From the East Coast to West Coast, I get it. I am with that. Yes, absolutely, Coruscant. This is why I tell you all to go to someone who is initiated, who knows what they're talking about. So you won't be out here listening to TikTok people and playing with things you don't know. Yes, hybridization of concepts, right? This is why people think that granny magic and Appalachian magic is the same as hoodoo because it's Southern. No, it's not. It's completely different. We don't mix the streams. Yes. right? Listen to Coruscant. So Coruscant can help guide you when it comes to that. But yes, this is exactly why I think, and you can just do stuff, and then translating they translating stuff from voodoo into Ifa, and it's just like those are two completely different systems. Like, stop it, stop it, stop it. A lot of traditions have crossroads spirits, but please stop it. No, 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 no. Yeah, we no, it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing. Yep. Yeah, so yeah. Yep. So make sure you all go back and watch my videos on the spiritual bath series, episode 1, 2, and 3. Episode 4 is going to be next, sometime this week, right? Because I that's exactly why I started doing it in December, so that you all can, for those who need help with those concepts, can watch the videos and have an idea. Okay, I can spiritually cleanse with this. I can make spiritual protection baths with this in preparation for the new year. That's why I started doing it now. So, right. But like I said, I can't even comment on this because I'm not versed in that, and that is okay. I'm letting the people who know Coruscant speak on it. Something is trying to draw your attention. Something or someone is trying to draw your attention. Now, some people go into the whole thing like angel numbers, and as far as I know, angels don't have like they say angel numbers, but okay, which angel has what number? So until they can tell you which angel has what number, I don't believe that they're angel numbers, but I do believe in um synchronicities, and I do believe in try adding the numbers up and see what number you get, and kind of look into the spiritual associations with the numbers. That's my advice to you for that. Because every time somebody keeps saying angel number, okay, so what angel is it? Which angel, which angel hierarchy it comes from? Um, what's this angel's name? Is it from the order of thrones, the order of powers, the seraphim? The like which group of angels is it from? What is this angel's name? Right? What planets or whatever is this angel is assigned with according to these angel numbers? If they can't produce that, angel numbers is just a nice thing for people to say because it sounds good, it sounds safe, but something or someone is trying to get your attention. So add the numbers up until you get to the final number. So if you add the numbers up and the number equals 25, then add the 2 plus 5 together and then get the 7. Look and see what the energy of 7 is. Something or someone is trying to get your attention. Okay? It's a synchronicity for a reason. You're supposed to notice the numbers, take note of the numbers, and then look into the energies behind the numbers. Okay, people, that's what I'm saying. People call them angel numbers, but an angel is reference to a being. So they keep calling them angel numbers. What angel is it? It's not one big angel. It's not. There isn't one big angel. Some angels like humans, some don't. Some will set you on fire, some won't. And then what is the name of the angel? What is it? They keep saying angel numbers, but you can't refer you have to get down to more than that. So they keep saying angel numbers. Angel numbers is a nice way of saying pay attention to the synchronicities. But when you say angel number, it's like if you say, "Oh, that's a high school band." Okay, so what high school is it? What's the name of the high school? Like, right. It's a nice way, it's a nice term people have come up with to let other people know to recognize synchronicities. So if they can't tell you what angel it is or who it is, because there are many, there are many, as many angels as there are stars in the sky. If they can't tell you who it is, then right, like I said, it's I'm not saying it's not a real thing, but they just use a pretty name for it. That's all it is. Because if someone were to say Jupiter, oh, I could tell you the number of Jupiter. I can tell you the number of Jupiter. I can tell you the day. I can tell you the color. I can tell you the metal of Jupiter, right? Getting specific with the information. When you say an angel, it's just angel what? Angel what? So that's right, girl. Feel yourself. Why does sun wake up 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. every day? That is the veil is thin. So normally when you're in your good sleep, that good sleep is around this time. Um, and you're waking up, but the veil is thin. The veil is thin. Yeah, it could be your spirit guide. Absolutely. It could be a way the spirit guide is communicating with you. Absolutely, it could be. Or you just notice certain numbers. But I think that now that it's become a thing, people notice it more. Like 20, 30 years ago, I don't think people were talking about angel numbers. But it's really been a thing like these past 10 years. Angel number, angel number, angel number. And now we notice the 555, the 222, the 111. You notice it now because it's something that's talked about. How do you improve on it? You have to practice. You have to practice and you have to get into the habit of first understanding that a lot of times you'll get messages and spirits will talk to you in your dreams. And that when you are dreaming, more often than not, is something going on. Now, sometimes it's just a regular dream, but most of the time, something is going on, or there's a message to be imparted, or something like that. When you get to that point where you understand that, it's easier to remember it. But you really have to train yourself to it. So, like when I'm in a dream and I notice something interesting in my dream, even though I'm asleep, in my dream, I take note of it. Like, you have to remember this for the morning. And then when I wake up in the morning and I'm remembering the dream from last night, like, okay, then I'm remembering whatever it was and I'm writing it down. I can do that. I can be in my dream, know that I'm dreaming, make note of what I'm seeing in my dream to remember it for later, like giving myself a mental note while I'm dreaming, and then wake up and then remember what was going on. I can do that. Some people can, some people can't. I'm a weirdo. I can do that. But you have to train yourself to do it. You have to train yourself. Yes, it's a gift, but everyone who can sing, doesn't know music, right? They may have been born with the voice to sing, with the pipes to sing, but that doesn't mean that they know music. They still have to learn music, right? So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who talking to you. Somebody talking to you or trying to get your attention. Yeah, the more you record your dream, the more you remember and the more messages you can get. Yeah. Like I said, I'll be dreaming and know I'm dreaming in my dream and see something in my dream. And I'm just like, okay, this is some type of message. So remember, when we wake up, we're going to remember this. And then when I wake up, I remember that I gave myself a mental note while I was dreaming to remember this. So, they like you. You got that good energy. Now, we all know babies and animals know they sense evil. Girl, they like you. That's a good thing. I mean, you can look up what people say it means, but you have to figure out what it means. Yeah, you have to figure out what it means. Like I said, people call it angel numbers, but so, mm, yeah, so okay, High Vibe says, I noticed when I set up my altar about 2 years ago and became more consistent with meditation and prayer. Yep. Because now you've said, yep, I'm here for it. So please send me messages. Yeah, and this is a thing. When you do spiritual work, you become a light beacon, right? You've turned on the light, you've turned on the spiritual light, and people or spirits that think that you can talk to them or help them or convey messages, they'll come to you. Ooh, you missed my 12-week class. Black Magic said I was thinking about buying tarot cards. I don't really know how to read them though. Yeah, I had a 12-week class, a 12-week tarot class. Yeah, I taught tarot for 12 weeks. Yes, they can. Yeah, I'm about to get off of here in a minute though. Yeah, Black Magic. Yeah, I had a 12-week tarot course. It started August 7th, and we ended right before Thanksgiving. Oh, and I taught the tarots. I taught tarot. I don't know if I'll ever do a 12-week class like that again. It was a lot. It was a lot, but I sure did. I taught the tarots. I taught the tarots. But yes, the answer to your question here, Donna, is yes. I don't know if I'll do that 12-week class again. Um, I might be a sucker and maybe do it again. But it was 12 weeks. It was 12 Mondays for about 2 hours every Monday night. It was a lot. It was a lot. So those of you who are teachers or professors and you teach for 12 weeks, I get it. I had to come up with curriculum, explaining the concepts, teachings. Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. Will I do it again? I'll probably do it like once a year because it was a lot. Um, creating the slides and me answering the questions like the concepts and stuff like that. Yeah, it was a lot. I enjoyed it, but I think sometimes I'm a masochist. So, do I ever go over tarot readings in your spiritual classes? My spiritual classes are usually on a specific topic. Um, because tarot is something that you really have to immerse into, and it's not like a one day thing, not like a one day thing. Like it's a discipline similar to like um playing the piano or like ballet. It's not just like a one time thing. Um so when I taught it over those 12 weeks, I really just got down to a lot of the basic core concepts. Isis was in the class. So if you see Isis one in the chat, she was in the class. You can ask her about it. because she was in the class. So if you see ISIS one, EYESIS one in the chat, she was in the class. So definitely ask her about it. Yeah, Isis, go ahead and give your thoughts about the 12-week course. Go ahead and type in the chat. Because it was 12 weeks, it was a lot. But I want to say I covered a lot of the concepts and foundational stuff because you really have to start at like the foundation. And a lot of it is like magic as a foundation. I know, Carousel. We enjoy curriculum design and lesson planning. Yep. I was just like, okay, this week's lesson is this. And then next week we're covering these topics. And this one is this. And then like we did some tarot practicing. I had them rapid fire. I was asking them questions like if I was a client, having them, they got to pull their cards. They had to read. We were going over a bunch of stuff in the 12-week class. So yeah. Yeah, Isis, go ahead and type up your thoughts about the tarot class. It was 12 weeks. It was a lot, but it was good. It was good. It was a lot, but it was good. It was a lot, but it was good. Teaching things, types of decks and energies behind things and, what does conflict look like and this, that, and the other. And yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot. It was good though. It was funny because when I was a kid, I said I wanted to be a teacher, and then I got older and I was like, no, I can't be no teacher. And come to find out, I'm still a teacher, just teaching this way. Ta-da! Yeah, Isis, I put you on the spot. Go on and type something about the class in there, Isis. I sure did, baby. I put you on the spot. Go and type something real quick. Yeah, Lenormand is a whole complete different system. Lenormand is a completely different system. And Lenormand is very blunt. Lenormand does not care about your feelings. It's very, very blunt. Lenormand is very literal when it comes to cartomancy. And Lenormand is very, very literal. It's only about 38 cards in a Lenormand deck, but it's very, very literal. So I have a Lenormand deck. I tried Lenormand. It didn't really work out for me, but I also was a baby reader at the time. It was only like 2014. When I tried Lenormand, I was like, this ain't good for me. So where Isis go? Come back, Isis. You ain't off the hook. Go on and type something, Isis. Meanwhile, Old Navy is stalking me. Okay, the difference between reading tarot cards and playing cards. So with playing with tarot cards, you have two frameworks in tarot that you read simultaneously. You have the major arcana and you have the minor arcana, right? The major arcana is 22 cards. The minor arcana is your 56, right? For a total of 78 cards. The major arcana is going to be these are going to be your life lessons, the things you need to go through, a human's journey through life, a human's journey learning how to deal with obstacles and stuff like that. The minor arcana in tarot is your day-to-day type stuff, the day-to-day details, you were sick today, or you lost this today, or this person today, right? That's tarot. When it comes to playing cards is only made out of the minor arcana. Okay, so that's the difference. So with playing cards, you don't get the macro, you only get all the micro. most of the micro with playing cards. So that's the difference. Okay, Isis is telling about the 12-week course. She says it was a lot of information from how elements, planets, etc. play a part, reading what you see in the cards as opposed to just the general meaning in the accompanying literature. Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah, Lenormand is very blunt. Lenormand is blunt. Lenormand, so oracle cards are starseed level. Okay. Oracle cards are starseed, fluffy level, right? Your tarot deck is gonna be like the Avengers. You got actual gods, and then you got human earth people doing stuff, right? Lenormand is just coming for your edges every day. Okay. Lenormand comes for your edges every day. That's just what Lenormand does. It's very, very literal. You might say, um, what am I going to encounter today? And the snake card comes out. It could mean the garden hose, or it could mean an actual snake. Lenormand is very, very, very literal. You know, the mountain card may come out and you may see a pile of rocks on your way to work. Lenormand is very, very literal, but it works. Yep. Oracle cards don't really follow a system. Anyone can make oracle cards and design whatever name and meaning that they want to them. Tarot cards follows a system that's hundreds and hundreds of years old. So you do have a framework to work with tarot cards. Oracle cards is any fluffy messages that you want to put on there. Literally anything. That's why there's no standard for oracle cards. You can have a pack with 50 oracle cards. You can have a pack with 30 oracle cards. You can have a pack with 60 oracle cards. There's no standardization there. Because there's no standardization, it's really whatever you want it to be when you're making an oracle deck. Tarot has an established framework, right? It's an established framework of 78 cards. There's an established framework of majors and minors. There's an established framework of, certain themes and things you're gonna. So oracle cards are just fluffy. People just make whatever they want to make. No, Lenormand is gonna come for your edges, and if you can't read literally like that, yeah, Lenormand comes for edges. Yep. You're welcome. That's why when you can go on Amazon and type in oracle cards, you only get 25 million trillion different types of decks. When you go on Etsy or Amazon and type in tarot card decks, you are getting a standard framework of 78 cards with the same titled cards. Now the images and stuff may be different, but the cards are going to be titled the same or somewhat similar. It's still going to adhere to the basics of tarot, which is Western magic, starting from the elemental level. From the elemental level of earth, air, fire, and water, and from the polarity level of masculine and feminine. Okay, it just is what it is. So this is why tarot cards are magic, part of magical system, because that's where it comes from. Yeah. So yeah, it was a lot. The tarot. I may do it again. I have to see what life is going to bring me in 2024. But it was, for those who may be interested in it. The 12-week tarot class was $500. Okay, that's what it was. That's what it's going to be. A lot of information. A lot of information and concepts and frameworks, and yeah, it was a lot, but yeah, they make the oracle decks love. See, a lot of times, and I may be a snob with it, but some people create oracle decks because they can't read tarot. Because you can make an oracle deck anything that you want it to be, fluffy and such and such, such and such. That's what people who can't read tarot do. Now, I have some oracle decks. I can read them and they are great, but I usually use them alongside with tarot. But people who can't tarot, a lot of times they do an oracle deck. It just is what it is. Because it's easy, because the pictures, because they don't want to get into the in-depth spiritual conversations that go along with tarot. So, yeah, so yeah, everything is too positive and life isn't positive, right? We have ups and we have downs. It's about how you navigate through things, right? But oracle decks be like, don't worry. The clouds are your blessings today. And just go home and smile and eat cherries. We need to tell the truth. Okay. We need to tell the truth. Okay. But yeah. So I thank you all for being here. I'm tired now. I think I want to go play some Uno with Mr. Hoodoo. We'll see what he's doing. But yeah, I'm going to get off of here because laundry has been folded. But I really hope that you all, for those of you who have not joined my Patreon, please join my Patreon if you really want to truly understand things as concepts are broken down. My Patreon is there. We are a community, a family over there. Right now, we're getting started into herbalism, but all the foundational posts are there too. The foundational, I call it the basic series, are there. Feel free to join members because I will be having some things just for members, right? Right? Members in Patreon. So please join that as well. And I'll probably see you all tomorrow because we're going to get into the TPT. We're going to get into the TPT tomorrow. And then I have to get the next spiritual bath series together. So a couple more streams coming before Friday. So like I said, make sure you all thank Donna for this because Donna asked when was the next time I was having one of these. So this is the last one for the year. This is the last spiritual chat and chill for the year. So make sure you all thank Donna for that. Join members, join Patreon, sub, share. That's about it. But yeah, I think it was a good. Okay. Isa says the class was worth every penny. Being able to ask questions in real time and receive answers from someone who knows was worth the cost alone, not to mention it was time, so it was an investment. Yeah. So, and that was the difference, like with my tarot class. That's why people always ask me, like, oh, am I going to make evergreen classes? And I could make evergreen classes, but the difference is with a live class, you can ask me questions and I can break down the concepts and things in real time to fully answer your questions. So this is why I prefer live classes over just evergreen classes. So yeah. Girl, yeah, clouds are your blessings. Y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. So yeah. I love you all. I'll see you all on the other side.